If you've wanted a super carrier in Space Engineers, this is probably the closest you're going to get for quite some time. Not only is this ship chock full of weapons, has got a ton of space to store light and auxiliary craft, it can also land on planets. Yes, this super carrier can land on planets and surprisingly take off again. Is that true? We'll be taking a look in this video, as you can see right now. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to my Space Engineers channel. Today we are talking about the supercarrier MSI Crescendo, made by Ponage, I believe their name is. I'll put it on screen right now so you can read it, and as always, a link is down below in the video description. This supercarrier is amazing. There's so many cool features on it. We're going to dive in and take a look, but I'm just going to give you the dimensions of the ship right away. Its dimensions are 610 meters by 140 meters by 90 meters. Yes, in terms of sci-fi ships, that is not really supercarrier, but in terms of Space Engineers, that is pretty big. I've seen some big ships in my time in Space Engineers, and this one is absolutely insane. Its PCU is 279,000, empty mass is 66 million kilograms, it uses 56,000 blocks, and has planet landing capabilities. There's 30 internal bays on the upper level, 12 internal bays in the middle level, 18 internal bays on the lower level, 8 external bays upper level, 6 external bays middle level, 4 external bays lower level, and 1 frigate bay. Yes, you can dock a frigate into the ship as well. Let's take a look in the ship, as I know you're all dying to have a quick look. So immediately you're probably drawn to the profile of the ship. If we take a look over here, we've got this nice sleek white armor going up the top here, and also just sort of like the top down view. I'm really liking the use of the passageway blocks, the sort of upside down ones. If I turn on my torch here to create a sort of illusion going in here, because see, it sort of just drops down here. But it's a bit of lack of paneling. I would put some more paneling in here, just sort of bulk it up, or a bit of glass panels. But it, you know, it works. Is this like glass on here, or is it just? Can I just go through here? I can just go through here. But apparently it's a button. What does the button do? I know we usually look on this. Main ramp hinges. Oh, we've got a ramp. Okay. We can deploy a ramp to land things. That's really cool. Oh, it's still going down. Still. Oh no. Hopefully not broken now. It might be a bit weird because we don't have gravity. We'll turn that back off in a second. This ship is a bit weapon spammy in a one way, mainly because we've got a ton of railguns just all along the bow. But this is a super carrier. It's probably going to have some OTT weapon. I will close that ramp just a second while we do the rest of the review, and then we'll try and land it later. There we go. I'll park my character here so I don't get sidetracked. You've got this nice little like white armor here and long track going on here. I did like a bit of the detailing of sort of ridge cutting sections. This vibe here, it's really cool. I would just like to put more glass along here, something just to sort of put it together. But again, this isn't a carrier. Oh, sorry, this is a carrier. It's meant to be, you know, I'd say lightly armed, but there is a lot of turrets spammed over it. There's like quite a lot of assault can turrets. I think it's artillery cans actually. I always get them confused. And Gatling guns and things like that, all spammed over it with a lot of rail guns. It's not necessarily a problem. It depends what you look for in a ship like this. I am liking the way the engine bays are stored in here. Also, there's these sort of side pods, which I believe are a little bit of a rotor here. These ones with tons of sort of main battle cans in here as well, and I believe this is welders hidden in here as well, so they get damaged, they just get welded back up. It is a nice form of combat sort of effectiveness there. Pretty cool. Gyros are exposed here. Now originally I was kind of like, should we have gyros exposed? Maybe we could hide them. But I know in sort of SC meta gameplay, a lot of people like to have like gyros on the inner side of the armor, so I guess it could work here as well. I would like to have seen it a bit more sealed away, but it's, you know, it's what you make of it. Up towards the rear section here, as we pass the bridge, we'll go about in a second, we've got more of the external sort of landing base here. So you'd be docking sort of mining craft or like light fighters, quick response things on the outside here, which is very nice. I presume this will be the frigate bay inside here. So I presume the frigate will be kept in here, and sort of like this way it's so large. There are some lights up there, maybe we'll turn those on in a minute. We've also got more bays here as well. I've seen some of the pictures on the Steam Workshop page. This is where like large grid miners would be stored, or sorry, small grid miners, and they can go out and commence sort of like mining to sort of stock up the carrier in a way. I do believe there's some printer facilities on board somewhere, but as we sort of go around to the arse end of it here, we've got these giant engine bays. These really remind me of like the Battlestar Galactica or Battlestar Pegasus, just these giant engines which are going to push this super carrier forward. I'm not sure if it's intended up here, but we do have sort of like these things. These could be used as some light sort of like storage here. I'm not a big fan of exposed blocks all over here, but you know, it kind of works, and it is kind of what you make of it. If we go up towards the top here, we've obviously got these sort of like main command areas and such. Some tanks, a bit of design detailing here as well, where it looks like we've got storage tanks for fuel or anything else. Lots of windows so we can peer in and see like medical bays and such, which is really nice. And exposed airlocks. I do feel like the ship could do with a bit more detailing, but I suppose when you're working with grids this big, you do start to lose some of that due to the sheer scale of it. One of the really cool features I like is the spinning antenna sort of discs. I really like those. They just look kind of cool, you know? I like them. Got our entire bridge and sort of CIC command center up here. I do believe I was stood in here earlier, but I was somewhere else now. I'm down there, aren't I? And then we've also got this sort of what I can presume is a CIC in here. There's also a bar in the CIC. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. We will take a proper look at the interior in just a second. If we go into the main hangar bay here, I've got my torch on for minutes. It's a little bit dark. We've also got a lot of the neon tubes to sort of represent hangar fields and such. We've got a ton of landing parts around here ready for like ships to spawn into. There is sort of like a little area here. I do believe this is the welder pit. Yep, I'm correct. It's a welder pit. So this ship can, or the Supercarrier is able to print and produce its own large-scale grids, which is pretty fun. I was wondering what this was up here. This sort of like little structure. I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's just stuff stored in there. It to me looks almost like a grav drive. I think this is a gravity speed drive designed so the ship can go extra fast, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'm not against it. It works. As I was saying, there's plenty of docking areas up here for all the ships. You've got all these nice ones stored in here, which is really cool. Ladder access as well, so your characters can run around and get into these ships, which is really cool. And also they can fly either way. I was wondering if the top side here like folds up a bit. I don't think it does. So I guess these ships are going to be exiting. Where would they be exiting? I guess out here. This is the side hangar here. They're going to exit out here. But I guess if the ramp was down, they could also exit out there as well. The reason we've got a ramp is I presume this Supercarrier can also carry ground units and deploy them out the ramp towards the planets, which is pretty cool if you ask me. In terms of the underside, we've not got much going on down here. There's a fair bit of detailing to do with the thrusters and the engine capability, but we also have these really cool landing legs. In some ways, I was hoping these could fold up or do something like that, but they do just seem they are basic landing legs. You've got a nice design one, obviously then for functionality. You've got the large sort of mag pad, which is a really cool block. I don't see that being used enough on space builds or just builds at all in Space Engineers, apart from some cheeky ways of doing it. So seeing it used here is really nice, and I cannot wait to see more of that. The sort of like bottom side of it is rather plain. It makes sense, but it is what it is, I guess you could say. So yeah, the landing pads were there. We've been over those. Let's take a look at the. I think if we fly through here, is this where the engine was? There's a lot of hydrogen tanks. I saw like a room earlier when I was having a look around, and now I've lost it again. So you can see in it, there's a ton of hydrogen tanks stored in the ship. So you're not going to run out of fuel anytime soon. Like, I was just going through here. Even all of this, well, another grav drive section as well. So the ship is making use of a lot of stuff like this. Right, if we go to the hangar bay here, I don't think we can actually access the back area much, can we? We've got the medical bay area here. I don't think you can actually get into there, which is a bit of a shame. I was hoping there'd be some more sort of like engineering deck access. But I guess there's nothing, because it's blank space. Okay, I was kind of looking forward to that. Right, we'll pop in this way. I drop myself in here. We can sort of go for a look around. There is a lack of lights in certain sections. It does feel like the grid's partially unfinished, which is fine. A lot of work can be put into it. It's still super cool to actually play around with. Down here, we've got a great overview of our hangar. So this will be hangar control and such. So these like sailboat configurations, all this sort of stuff here. Radar systems, upper hangar, connected ships. It's really cool. Hopefully it's using a script to tell us about this. It looks like it might be, which is cool. What have we got here? Ah, okay. There's something going on here. All these things have something. Oh, we've also got... Well, it's weapon salvo. Radar. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in here in that case. Let's head up a little bit more. Obviously, we've got the view of the frigate section at the back there as well. It looks like there's a door leading this way. It is just the airlock section. Okay, never mind. Back up, and we're now in the CIC, or sort of like bridge / CIC. So I think the bridge is up a little bit. Got like a bridge section there as well. What's in here? Is this like officer quarters? It's just a bath. Okay, never mind. We'll head back up here and have a look around. You've got sort of more crew areas around here. If we into here, there's sort of more areas. It sort of feels like a bit of this shit was unfinished, but it works. Now if we go this way, there was that chair there, wasn't there? How do we access that? That's the medical bay, yeah. Have I gotten lost? I might have. Yeah, there's a chair. How do we get up there? Oh, it's just there. I just completely missed it. Okay. Oh, I've lost the gravity lock. If we go up here, we obviously got more officer quarters. This is probably a CIC and things like that. What the hell? Okay, right. Let's just... Bit of a meme material going. There's nothing on that one. I was expecting something on that there. Lights now. Okay, cool. Oh, the lights turned off. All lights. Oh, they are all off. Well, that makes more sense, doesn't it? Why are all the lights off? That was a bit annoying. Right, so here's the actual interior. I'll fly through a little bit so you can see a bit more of it. I'm not sure why the lights are off. I probably should have checked. But now things are a lot more lit up, which sort of makes sense. I don't know where it's off to begin with. That's a bit weird. But we've got the sort of spotlights on here in the hangar bay and several other bits. If we go down here, we've got sort of underside access, which runs through to the sort of main hangar here. And you've got a giant sort of doors, which lead through to a medical bay. I think this medical bay may have just been put here, but I guess it's got some functionality as well. This is the engine room area I was on about a minute ago. We've got a couple of thrusters here, which is sort of keeping things going. I love the use of this because it creates a sort of like arc flashing reactor, even though we've got the warfare reactors and the big ones down here. This thruster combination definitely gives me a good idea for something on my own ships in the future. I may be borrowing this engine concept. It looks really, really cool. But yeah, if we go around here as well, I do believe we've got the access to the frigate area, and then there is this access corridor around here, which just leads to the other sort of like landing areas. Nothing really connects back here. I would like to see more of a hidden access here, but I guess it's good for engineering access as well. If you go up towards the bridge again, we can see there's a lot more lights up here now that Jack's finally found the light switch. And we've also got the area here as well. But yeah, it's annoying this wood texture doesn't match that because it's kind of like off-putting. I do feel like it would have been nice to have a bit more stuff hidden away here, but it works. I know what you're dying all to see. We need to land this on a planet and see how it goes. Why don't we give that a test? I'm going to be honest, I teleported into the atmosphere, hoping it would put me the right way up, but it seems to have not. Still, we are able to move back. There's a lot of clanging and stuff smashing around. I'm going to presume something's come loose somewhere. It could be the sort of like door hinge thing we've got at the front, which doesn't sound to be having a good time. And I'm going to be honest, landing this thing is quite insane. So we'll see if we can move it around here. In terms of gyro stability, there isn't much. Gravity gyro system, I wonder how this works. Oh, we'll turn it off maybe. What's that even running? Gravity drive, man. What about the gravity drives? Oh, okay. It is running. We'll turn it off. Just in case that does accidentally break something. Right, if we move around this way, we might be able to get it landed. Let's take a look. I'm not sure if we're on a stable sort of like footing for landing. Oh. Yeah, we've landed. We've landed. Now if we deploy our sort of ramp setup, it looks like we've actually got the ramp to deploy. Ooh, that didn't sound too good. There we go. It is sort of able to land on a planet. It is a bit of a haphazard landing. I'll give myself that. But it works, so I can't really complain too much. And we've got a ramp access there, so we can easily quickly deploy stuff. It is a very large grid to actually land on a planet, and I'm kind of amazed it does work in Space Engineers. Oh, look, we've actually got indication lights now. That makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? Nothing can sort of raise out of there, so I'm not sure. Kind of odd. Well, it works. Let me know what you think of this ship down below in the comment section on the YouTube video. I'm really curious. It is a good sized supercarrier. Would I be using it? I'm not quite sure. I feel like I'd probably come and add a bit more detailing to it. But still, the author's done a fantastic job, and it's nice to see more supercarriers on the Steam Workshop. If you want to see more Space News videos, then make sure to hit that subscribe button. For now, I've been Captain Jack. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.